Welcome to part 1 of my Snuff tutorial for piano. Now this video has come about because I've had a number of requests for a tutorial for the piano version of Snuff by Slipknot that I recorded a while back. Now still loving the song, still think it's a great song, so I figured if it's going to help people out to learn the music and enjoy it a bit more, then definitely all for it. So first things first, the full credit for the piano arrangement goes to Vika. I'm going to put her website in the description so you can head there, check it out for yourself. If you're a fan of piano, fan of metal, then definitely go there because she does a brilliant combination of the two. I personally don't know of anyone or anywhere else that does such good transcriptions of metal songs for piano. So head there, buy her sheet music, support her, blah blah blah, you know the rest of it. So technique wise, if you can read standard sheet music notation, that's going to be quite a big advantage to you. The reason I say that is because if you do go to a site, you can actually get a version of the sheet music for Snuff, which will help you out as you're learning the song. However, with that said, if you can't read sheet music or don't have any music theory knowledge, don't panic, because that's mainly why I'm doing these videos, is to help you out regardless of whether you can or can't read sheet music, whether you do know about music theory. As long as you follow the videos through, don't give up and keep practicing, there really isn't a reason why you can't reach your goal, so keep going. Okay, so we're going to dive straight into the song now. Come and take a seat at the piano and we're going to study the intro. Okay, so the introduction to the song. I think it's the easiest part of the entire song, but it's important because it's going to set the tone for the whole piece. As I'm sure you'd agree, a good introduction is the basis of any good song, so it's going to obviously pay off to work on it hard, practice it a lot and get a lot of emotion into it. So what we're going to do first of all is a demonstration with both hands at normal speed so you can see what we're aiming for. And again. And that's it. Okay, so that wasn't too difficult, right? Well, don't worry if it is, because what we're going to do now is going to slow everything right down. We're going to work on each hand individually and focus on the notes and the rhythm. So we're going to do this for the right hand first of all. So what we've got first of all is an F sharp and an A. Now we're going to play those two notes together at the same time. Then all you're going to do is going to go down to the C sharp, which is here. So when you put those together, you've got the F sharp and the A, and then going down to the C sharp. And you're just going to repeat this 4 times. And once more. And this is at a slow speed, just so we can get the mechanics of it. And then we're going to go down to the D and an F sharp. Play those two together. And then down to the A. Okay, same rhythm as before, just straight 8th notes. Okay, so, and again. Okay, and just to finish off this phrase here, all we're going to do is throw in a 5th, which is A and E. So after our D and F sharp here, basically it for the intro for the right hand. So what we're going to do now is look at the left hand, nice and slow for the introduction. It is actually easier in terms of movement than the right hand. You're actually doing less, there's less notes involved. However, there is a rhythm in it that might throw you off a little bit, and we're going to focus on that nice and slow so you can pick that up. So we're going to look at the notes first of all. We've got an F sharp, a G sharp, going up to the A, and a C sharp. Once more, F sharp, G sharp, A, and C sharp. And those are the only 4 notes you're going to be playing in the whole of the introduction. To give it a nice deep sound, you're going to be playing it in octaves, which basically means that your little finger is going to play the F sharp here, nice and low, and your thumb is going to play the F sharp above at the same time. So it gives it a nice deep growling sound. Now what you're going to do is keep the same hand position, the same hand shape, and just move up these different notes in this order. And this is what it sounds like, nice and slow. Okay, so that's the notes. Now we need to focus on the rhythm. So if we cast our mind back to the right hand for the introduction, we had a nice slow speed of about this. Which equates to roughly . So what we're going to do now is focus on the rhythm for the left hand and use the tempo as a backing so we get an idea of the rhythm that we're talking about. So focus on the rhythm and we're going to put the tempo behind it. So we've got Now hopefully what you've noticed is that more than one of the notes comes in sort of on a half beat. You've got the F sharp that falls on the beat, and then half a beat after that one you're coming in with the G sharp, so you have obviously the A comes in on the beat again. Same for the C sharp there. Okay, so we'll go through this one more time nice and slow so you can pick up on this rhythm. Remember, F sharp, G sharp, A, C in octaves. Do have access to a metronome, it will help you if you set the right tempo. Start it nice and slow, don't work too fast too soon, and you will pick it up. For the left hand in the introduction, that is pretty much the only thing I think that will slip you up the most, so focus on that. Remember, you've got the G sharp coming in on the half beat and the C sharp coming in on the half beat, whereas the F sharp here and the A, they fall on the beat. So one more just to remind ourselves. So what we need to do now is to place both hands together. We're going to take what we've learnt on the left hand separately and on the right hand separately. We're going to place it together, all the notes, all the rhythms, and we're going to have our intro. at the nice steady slow speed that we started off with, just to get everything in place. So here it is. Now, one thing to bear in mind is that when you're practicing the piano, if you're working the left hand separately to the right hand feels good, the left hand feels good, you come to put the two together and it all sucks. Well, that can be totally normal. I wouldn't worry too much about it to begin with, because it's really to do with the fact that you're processing twice as much information at the same time. So even if your right hand feels really confident and you feel really great with the left hand, but they really are terrible when you put them together, just relax. It's normal. It's all, again, part of the learning process. It just means you've got to practice a little bit more to get both hands working smoothly together. It is a totally different world, working the hands separately and hands together. So just keep practicing. It is really to do with coordination, getting your mind around it as much as your fingers. Coordination is a mental skill, so just keep on going with it. Your mind will help your body figure out the right motions you need to make with the fingers. So stick with it, and perseverance is the key. So next thing I want to focus on the left hand is the offbeat rhythm. Now, if you're having trouble placing this rhythm along with the right hand when you're playing together, what I found helps is if you focus on the notes directly before and directly after the offbeat rhythm. So in this example, we start the intro here. And then this is what you get. So directly before, you've got the F sharp and the A, then the G sharp, then the C sharp. Then back to the beat on the next chord. Same again here. D and the F sharp, followed by the C sharp, followed by the fifth. Obviously some of the rhythms aren't how you play there, goes without saying, but it's really just to highlight the offbeat rhythm, which can throw you off. We're going to be dealing with that a lot in part 2, but we'll go into more of that when we get round to it. But just so you know, it's good practice for later on in the song, because these type of rhythms will help you out for bits and pieces that you'll need to play for the rest of the song. So yeah, that's basically the slow version of both hands together for the intro. Right, so we've pretty much covered everything we need to know for the introduction. We've looked at both hands individually, we've taken the speed right down to make it a bit easier for us. We've looked at the notes, the rhythms. Now really all there is for you to do is just go and practice it. If you have any problems in the meantime, you can give me a shout, contact me, usual method, email, pigeon, whatever, and I'll see if I can help you guys out. I'm sure for a lot of you who've already played piano, this will be easy for you, just the introduction, probably even patronising if you're an experienced piano player, but it's to help everyone out. If you haven't played piano before, then don't worry if this seems difficult, because this is certainly not what I'd recommend for a beginner piano player to start the instrument with. But I appreciate that you like music and you like this song, so you want to dive straight in and have a go, which is fine, it's great, I'm all for that. It's all good, positive stuff. So yeah, next time we'll be focusing on part 2, which will deal with the main vocal melody, which is pretty exciting because it is, I think, the hardest rhythmic part in this song. There's going to be a lot to practice. It's going to be part 2 of many, because I'd rather go in depth and make sure I help you guys out than just breeze through it, and doesn't really help anyone. So just to round off, we're going to play the introduction again, both hands, normal speed, just to see what we've worked up from and give you an idea again of what it should sound like. Here it is. Okay, so thanks a lot for watching, thanks for sticking through, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time.